Hello ladies and gentlemen and all the core gamers out there, Jman 777 here, and welcome to a little bit of a video that I haven't really gotten a chance to do in a while, where I get to sit here in front of the camera and talk to you guys for a little bit. And as you can probably tell by the title of the video, this is gonna be kind of a weird topic for me to discuss in terms of where have I been for the last like 2 or so months. You haven't made a video in a long time. Are you quitting YouTube? Are you stopping with content creation? The long and short of it is no. However, there are some things that have been going on in my life that have prevented me from doing as much content as I'd like to be doing, as often as I'd like to be doing. And I kind of just want to sit down and talk about that for a little bit. And for that reason, I kind of want to go back a little bit in time to the end of last July, or closer to the end of last July. And because when that happened, that's when my content really started to slow down, and there is a few reasons for that. Number one, back at the more toward the tail end of July, my dad had to go into surgery. He had been on oxygen for the latter half of 2 years, and my dad's just under 65 yet. So he had been on oxygen for the latter half of 2 years, and the doctors he was working with did not help him as much as they should have. And eventually what ended up happening was he got to a new doctor, and this doctor said, hey, it's getting to the point where if you don't want to be on this oxygen, there are a couple things we can do. And one of those things was a double lung transplant. And hearing that he needed a double lung transplant kind of set me on a slower paced course of making sure, hey, this is my family, and I need to make sure he is better. And now, over the course of the few months, he's recovered off that surgery. His oxygen's running fine. He's going through physical therapy right now. So hopefully we'll have him back home in a few months, if not sooner. So that was the start of really where my content has kind of slowed down in that regard. The other option of where my content had slowed down in that regard was also similar at the end of July. At the end of July, as a lot of people already knew, I picked up a full-time job. And this full-time job, it's good. I mean, it pays great. It's something I can do besides the content creation, and it's something where I can do things my way to make money and make my life happen in the way it has to. So that's another reason why my content's been slowing down, is I've had to pick up that full-time job. Now, this full-time job is a second shift job, so it's kind of been a weird schedule adjustment. For me, I've usually been a night owl most of the time. I'm not really one to get up super early in the morning unless I have something incredibly important to do. But for me specifically, that second shift job for me runs from 4 to 12:30 on weekdays. Weekends I have off. I have holidays off. It's great. But what ends up happening with that full-time job is there is a lot of balancing that I feel like even over the course of these 6 or 7 months that I've been working that job now, I feel like I have not been able to put forth my best effort, and part of it is because I have not been able to balance what I want to do in terms of working, having off on weekends, and then making content in between. You guys know all the content I do on this channel, I edit myself, I do the recordings for myself, and if there's friends involved, obviously there's friends involved in the recording and stuff like that. So it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of stuff that I haven't been able to properly balance yet, and part of the reason is because I've picked up that full-time job, but another reason is because I have been looking for opportunities to move. I've been looking forward to moving for a while now, and one of the things that I'm going to do is, we're kind of getting back to the point with my dad. My dad eventually does want to move out of state, and with it, that would be the house. And that house is my childhood home. That is where I grew up. It's not currently where I live, but it's my childhood home. It's where I grew up. And if my dad does end up moving out of state, I've already talked to him and be like, hey, I know there's probably not a lot left on the mortgage for the house. Can I take that over? So that's something that's been in the process of happening for the last few months, especially with my dad all the time recovering through his surgery. But now that he's more on the tail end, we can actually start talking about that and do stuff like that. So that's cool. That's neat. So there's been a lot of stuff with that, and especially with a lot of responsibilities and being nearly 30 now. I feel old every day. I feel old and older and older. So yeah, that's part of the reason why the content's really been slow in regards. It's mainly finding time and balancing my life, which admittedly I'm not the greatest at finding a good balance at the moment. but I feel like with weekends off, I can do that and stuff like that. But that brings me to my next point, and that point is, where is my content? What am I doing? And how am I going to continue to make content? Now, normally, as you guys know, as we approach the end of 2023, a lot of people like to make a lot of content then, because it's like the end of the year, it's the big shebang and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, I still want to do content. I want to make content full-time. I want to become a full-time content creator. But there is a lot of work. I don't think people realize when they make videos on here how much work has to be put into content to make that content effective and well thought out, and also keeping up with the trends. And that's not something everybody can do. Now, granted, I fall in a little bit of a niche with the Splatoon and Ninjala community, so for me, it's a little bit easier on that front. But when I want to branch out and do other content like that, it's harder. It's harder to do that. Obviously, you guys have seen me stream a D&D session that I do with Gab, although we haven't done a session in a month because holidays obviously got everybody riled up. And let me tell you, I had the most stressful 2023 holidays I think I have ever had in my entire life. So that was another reason why content had slowed down with that. But going forward, there is a lot of stuff I want to do, especially if I can get my life balanced and back in order, and ways I want to do. There's so much content I still want to do for you guys. There's so many friends I still want to record videos with. So many collaborations I want to get into. But in order for me to do that, I have to, like I said, rebalance. And that has taken me, I think, longer than I have liked. But it's also because I'm working on so many other things in the background that are happening to me and not just the content creator version of me, you know, where I come in and I sit in front of a camera or I make funny videos. No, this is what we're talking about. More down-to-earth, like, level things with family and my father and his double lung transplant, my niece and stuff like that. So I've kind of switched my priorities a little bit in terms of content will happen when it's ready to happen again. Let me break down exactly what I want to do. I want to go back and start playing more Splatoon and Ninjala with everybody, and I kind of want to return the channel, and I've mentioned this before, but I really want to do it. I really want to return the channel to its roots, where I didn't care what I uploaded or who I uploaded it for. It was me and my friends just having a good time. And part of that has been me doing a project in the background that has been in an unlisted playlist that nobody's been able to see besides my friends. And lo and behold, to my newfound addiction with D&D, thanks to the Gab's introduction and stuff like that, I have every Saturday been running my own campaign as a relatively newer D&D player, but I have players in my campaign that are more experienced in regards to D&D and some of the rulings and stuff like that, but we have fun doing it regardless. And yeah, we make mistakes doing it, but that's part of the fun. I play in a D&D group. I actually play in 2 D&D groups, and I DM another. So I play on Saturdays, or I play on Sundays, I DM on Saturdays, and then when I play Gab, we do that during the week. So, with that being said, you guys might be wondering, where has the content been, Jman? I've actually still been making it, technically, for the last 12 weeks. Well, not 12 weeks, because we skipped 2 for the holidays because of the new year and everything like that. Also, Happy New Year to all of you. For the last 12 weeks, I've been running a D&D campaign. And right now, when this video goes live, that playlist, if you click on the playlist tab on my channel page, you will now see a new playlist called Kingdom of Dragons. It's a D&D campaign. That is the campaign that I run, and I run it with my friends, and we have fun every Saturday night. That playlist gets updated every Monday or Tuesday after we record the sessions on Saturday night, because they're all recorded. It's a lot of fun. There's homebrew elements in the campaign. A lot of the stuff is balanced. I think the last session we just did, session 12, which is currently how many sessions are in the playlist, is probably one of my favorite sessions, mainly because the custom class I made for it got used to its full potential in our last combat in session 12. But I totally recommend watching the campaign, having fun. If you guys aren't even into D&D, I recommend watching it anyway. It's just 5 friends having a great time, and we have such a nice, solid group of players. And Chaft, Gab's editor, or one of Gab's editors, is in it again. Chaft not only plays with me in Gab's campaign as a player, but he plays as a player with me and in my campaign as the DM, which is super cool. So that playlist is live now. Feel free to go check that out. That gets updated every Monday and Tuesday. The videos inside that playlist will stay unlisted, but the playlist itself will be public. So you will be able to see the playlist when videos get uploaded to that public playlist, so you'll see them update. But unless you have the actual link to the video, I don't believe it'll appear on my feed. So if you want to watch that, you're going to have to check into the playlist there. In terms of other videos, Splatoon videos, Ninjala videos, funny other content that you're doing, challenge videos, streams, it's coming. And I do want to say thank you for bearing with me as long as it has been. I know it's been a long 2 months. I have, again, plenty of ideas, plenty of collabs I want to do and things like that. But thank you guys for just being patient with me in terms of making the content, because that's all I can really ask for at this point. I don't ask for much on you guys. Liking a video, leaving a comment. Honestly, when I do a video and I upload a video like that, sometimes that's all that matters to me. And we're going to be taking a step kind of back, but at the same time forward, and we're going to be switching back to, I don't care what I upload, I don't care if it's hot at the time, we're just going to be playing it to play it, and we're going to grow as our core gaming group, and we're going to grow as friends, and I'm going to feel like I'm going to enjoy myself again, because I feel like I've been in this, oh, if I don't do this, it won't do as well kind of mindset. And that's not the mindset I want to be in. I'm usually a very optimistic, positive person. There are times that I do feel a little down, but that's what I have you guys for. That's what I have my friend group for, and that's what I have my family for. And that's part of the thing that I think makes my channel so special, is that I don't care who watches it. I don't care who the content's for. I make it to entertain people, and that's always what it's really been at the end of the day, and I want to return to that. So it's coming. Be patient. There's some fun ideas. In terms of streams, now streams are the weird thing here, because I'm very limited in terms of time with what I can stream. I kind of want to start streaming maybe once a week. Like during the weekdays, if I get up early enough and I don't have to do anything, I'm like, okay, I gotta hop on stream today. I do want to kind of get back into that, but I also kind of want to go back to streaming on weekends again, because again, I have weekends off with my job, so that's kind of a thing I can do. But yeah, that's the long and short of what's been going on. I'm not going anywhere. I don't feel like I'm at that point where I'd like to retire my content yet. I'm just gonna upload videos and have fun with my friends regardless of what I do on the channel, and at the end of the day, that's all I can ask for as a creator, and doing what I want to do. Hope you guys understand, especially with all the life stuff and me being more toward my family and trying to move and do all that stuff now. Thank you for bearing with me on this kind of small hiatus. I know I didn't give a lot of updates in regards to that. Usually I try and keep my personal life kind of quiet for the most part. But thank you guys. That's all I can really ask for. And hope you guys are looking forward to the new year, the new content, because I tell you what, it will be coming. If you're a big D&D fan, make sure you watch that playlist every Monday or Tuesday as well. That'll be updated. And that's really all I have to say, guys. Thank you for listening. And until then, this is Jman 777 signing off. Stay safe, everybody.